Oh, I did a little cute something. You've always seen this purple heart here. Shout out to my uncle. Rest in peace. It's kind of gooey. I'm gonna clean that off. Meanwhile, ready for the fall. Here's the other two gooey pieces. Gooey. It's like slime now. Ugh. I'm gonna leave that up there until it gets gooey. Actually, those other ones I had on there for probably years, a few years. You heard about the white dude that took his girlfriend on vacation? They came back without her? Yeah, me too. That's why I was just...
Police questioned them or whatever before they let them go. And then they said, he's not being cooperative. She's missing. He's not being cooperative. I don't know.
Yeah, all black people over it.
They found the body, I think, right?
I guess so because they called it homicide.
But they still can't find him supposedly.
They gotta know where he is, right?
Yeah, because last time I heard, they said they were looking for him. Right?
Whatever. I appreciate that it kicked off a campaign to start looking for black people, though.
Oh, did it? Okay.
Yeah. Amongst ourselves, of course, because they're gonna do what they're gonna do still. But everybody, you know how we are. We on some keep that same energy. You know what I mean? When we go missing, they ain't gonna do that because they the ones snatching us. It makes me think the dude know the dude, and just letting them run around for a bit. They're preparing to fake a food shortage. Now, when I ordered groceries, it just had 3 options for delivery today. Wasn't it cute how they act like that border stuff was appalling, like they didn't send them motherfuckers out there?
I
know. Like they didn't have the actual uniforms on that they sent them out there in.
Yeah, it was like somebody had heard say,
It's appalling.
bulletproof vest on that says
U.S. Border Patrol.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck are you looking at?
I told you they had allowed no cameras, press, or drones to or medias to. So shout out to whoever leaked that because they wasn't supposed to have it.
How you just like that? You just timed it perfect. That's all set up.
And I saw an interview with one of them who was talking to the, I guess the reporter infiltrator or whatever, but he was saying, in French, he was saying how they, and this told me everything I need to know. I was like, oh, they replenishing more inventory too. He was saying that they were separating the single parents with their children, and then they would then separate those parents from the children. You're a single parent by yourself, so then they separate the children from those parents, and I was like, oh, there ain't no telling what they're doing.
Why you separating them first?
Well, in the first place, right? You either snatch them all, or anyway, we know what they're doing. Yeah, sorting them out. Sorting them out for sale. Sort out the inventory. It's like the school that made Black Lives Matter protest, banned them. And I saw a comment from somebody that was saying, they were making a point. And they basically said, imagine you had a project in class and they asked you, it was something about the slave auction, something like that. And I was like, oh my God. I was like, that happened to my husband. So I paraphrased the whole incident about catching a runaway slave, and then I went ahead and threw in the Huckleberry Finn with the white kids saying nigga every other paragraph too. But I'm like, you setting up scenarios, but that shit happened recently.
I've been working on this one is
I'm working on getting your nigga babies to you. We're replenishing inventory as we speak down at the border.
During this pandemic, it's the people that are the one that happens. People are saying, well, most of these people aren't vaccinated who are being admitted. True, 100%. I wish that they had been. I think many of them probably would have been admitted. At the same time, when you're in the midst of a wave, you can vaccinate immediately. It doesn't kick in for weeks, probably 6 weeks after that. So what are you going to do to help people in the meantime? And we were seeing people who were vaccinated.
He had to throw that shit in.
We look around, people are getting infected. The role that vaccinated people play in spreading it, I don't know, but I can tell you higher cases this summer than they did last summer when no one was vaccinated. So it'd be hard for me to think it's only occurring amongst a small slice. Definitely in the hospital, there was never any interest or belief that this should be treated or even could be treated. I don't know why, but I do think that one of the reasons why this was not something that was put out there very publicly by the experts and by the powers that be in D.C. is because they feared that if you tell people there's an effective treatment, you tell people COVID's a treatable, don't get
You're talking about
vaccinated,
hydrochloroquine, right?
And so they didn't want that message out.
I just know he said the president was treated with it at the time, and I know what he was talking about at that time was hydrochloroquine. So I was just curious if you were talking about the same thing.
And you see that black guy behind
You've been visiting them?
He's trying to get him to be Florida's Surgeon General.
Oh my God.
And
When all this broke down, they sure have been interested in letting black people be the Surgeon General. There's a Surgeon General for every state?
I didn't know that.
Huh?
I didn't know that either. That's what it said.
People will write into the office here from these other states thanking me because they didn't know about this, and so they started bothering some of their doctors in these other states to be
Trump
able to
Jr.
do this.
They love
So
me.
having the treatment is the right thing to do.
They love me
I think
so much.
increasingly, as we see more vaccinated people test positive again.
They're trying
So
to
telling the truth, I think, is important, and I think that's when
put the
you gotta tell
unvaccinated
people the truth,
sick people
and you gotta
on
let
top
them
of the
make
list
decisions.
of the
They may not
monoclonal
always make the decision
antibodies.
that
And
you
where?
want them to
Tennessee.
make, but I think that's much better than
So they were like,
us. Now,
you know, you're
we have
supposed
a
to,
situation in Florida
you know,
now
treat the sickest
where,
people,
in spite
and
of
if the
this
sickest
data,
people
where we
and
see
they're unvaccinated,
far fewer
that's who
people
you
being
should be
admitted to the hospital,
treating. And if the
thankfully.
vaccine
We're
is
seeing
supposed to
people
keep
kept
people
out. We're seeing lives
out of,
saved.
you know, from death, then why are you giving them the antibody stuff first? You know, from a medical standpoint,
The land of Lincoln.
so they're trying to,
Faith and family and
you know, they're like,
service.
so far we don't have to do
Raise
this,
my
but,
kids.
you know, and I'm thinking, is this, you know,
My name is Jesse Sullivan, and I'm running
because
to
their
be the
attitude
governor of
is,
Illinois.
if you didn't get the vaccine, then you don't deserve it. Which doesn't even make sense because, you know, they feel like they did everything they were supposed to do and everything they were told to do, so now they should get, you know, preferential treatment. Which, to me, it's like, if somebody comes in hospital sick, it should not freaking matter if they're vaccinated or not, because you're supposed to be trying to help that person. The only reason it should make sense is if I can't give them this because it might interact with that. Other than that,
You
just
said
fucking-
makes sense. And with cognitive dissonance, logic, that's the beauty of cognitive dissonance. Logic that you know better, that you know back and forth,
But it's not.
can no longer.
Here are a few tricks to help you juggle multiple roles at once.
you're a doctor.
Goal.
You took
It's
oath to
important
save
know how
lives.
much you will need to save and by when.
I'm like 5 clicks past you. And, you know, like I need somebody that, like you don't even understand. But
Yeah, the PTSD, real. There's nobody to go to. Everybody's on their own, and there's gonna be a hard balance between when do I stand up and let myself feel what I feel, and when do I tiptoe around what somebody else is feeling. You know what I mean? we can't all be entitled to be mad about each of our different things at the same time and have the patience and compassion to let somebody else do it. Cause we all in mourning.
Everybody's different.
And everybody's different. And everybody's worthy. But not all at the same time. I don't know. You know. It's bedtime. Oh my goodness. I put these black cherries on my lunch today, sir. I'm gonna ask somebody if they can get their hands on it. Somebody with GERD to try and taste it, and I want to know if they can eat if that's a tomato they can eat.
If they like it.
I'm talking about them. I'm not talking about them. Just them. Yeah, them liking it. I'm talking about it not triggering their. I don't want to say pH, but their levels.